Living Good Daily, your 21-day guide to experience real health and a workbook by Dr. Livin Good is a book and workbook that outlines Dr. Livin Good's 5-step formula to build health, be the solution for your health, and the healthcare of those around you. He starts out by using an analogy of getting a $15 million check that reminds me of a story that Dr. Jack Stark told in his commencement speech at UNMC this spring. Dr. Stark was the Huskers athletic department psychologist back in the days when I was there. He told a story about the time that Warren Buffett addressed the football team and told them that he was going to give them each a gift. He would buy them a car. Any car they wanted, each of them. It could be a Rolls Royce, a Ferrari, a Maserati, any car they wanted. But it was the only car they get for the rest of their life. And then he told him that the car is their body. They have to take care of their body in order for it to go 50, 60, 70 years or more. Dr. Livin Good states the same thing, that your vehicle is your body. You have to take care of it. How do you take care of your car or vehicle? I bet if you have a more expensive car or vehicle, that you take care of it better, that you take care of it more. And most people take better care of their vehicles than they do their own body. Your health is your biggest asset. So what is health? The World Health Organization states that health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So there's no such thing as disease. It's just the lack of health. So you're healthy when you reach 100% of your full health potential, but most people aren't there. Dr. Livin Good says symptoms start to show at 60% of full functioning. That's like starting out on a road trip thinking that you have a full tank of gas, but halfway there, you run out and are left stranded. Symptoms show up at 60%. Would you care if you only got 60% of your paycheck? Would you notice? I definitely would. Would you immediately do something about it? My guess is yes. You would be calling your boss right away, saying there was an error. But I also guess that you don't do that for your health. You wait until there are symptoms, which are at 60% of functioning or less. And Dr. Livin Good states that most of us tend to ignore symptoms of our health, either mask them up, cover them up, or ignore them with drugs, surgeries, etc. But most people do not get down to the root cause. What is causing the symptoms? It's kind of like putting a coat of paint on that rusty old vehicle. It makes it look good for a little while, but it doesn't address the real problem. It's failing in falling apart. In this book, Dr. Livin Good outlines his 5-step formula for living good daily. First step, decide that you must change. Second, appoint yourself head of state. Third, establish the 5 foundations. 4, take massive action. And 5, live good daily. So what are these 5 steps? So first step, decide that you must change. So how do you want to live, move, and be? You need to start with the end in mind. So this year, when I turned 51, I decided that I have half my life left to live. Yes, you heard me. I want to live past 100. But I want to do so with energy, vitality, and with my physical and mental health intact. So I need to treat my only vehicle, my body, well, so it continues to run smoothly with power the second half of my life. I feel like I'm just beginning to figure out what my purpose is, and I want to be able to live it out completely. So what about you? What do you want your health to look like? And why do you want your health? Answer those questions for yourself. The second step is to become your head of state. And this means getting in the right frame of mind and spirit to make the right choices. So, if you reflect on your good days and your bad days, my guess is that you can tell the difference between them. I know that I can. When I'm not in a good mood or in a good state of mind, I make poor choices in what I do, what I eat, and then it carries over to how I interact with others. So we have that power. We have the power to choose our thoughts, our mood, our actions, and our environment to set us up for success in our health. So we can learn to trigger our body to make the best choices by changing our state. So we can use music, we can listen to motivational podcasts or speeches, we can read personal development books, we can plan and schedule our health so that we can change from, oh, I just don't feel like doing this right now. I don't feel like eating well or working out to I want to feel energized and vital. I want my health to be excellent for a long time. And I can make eating well and exercise a non negotiable every single day. So the third step is establishing the 5 foundations, which Dr. Livingood states is focus, food, fitness, frame, and filters. So let me go through each one of those. So fix your focus. You control what you focus on, what you think about, and how you respond to the world around you. And this has a lot to do with removing the interference of negative thoughts and moods and stress from your life. The remedy for stress is really about focusing on what you're grateful for. It's about gratitude. It's also about focusing on slowing down your parasympathetic nervous system by focusing on your breathing. So taking deep breaths, doing boxed breathing, which is inhaling for 4 seconds, holding it for 4 seconds, exhaling for 4 seconds, and repeating. And it's also about focusing on getting quality sleep. So, ways to do that, no technology in the bedroom. Make your room dark and cool. Use it just for sleeping. Don't eat large meals or sugar close to bedtime because it's going to interfere with your body's ability to sleep. Exercise also promotes sleeping better. So you may have to decide and experiment a little bit. Are you better, or is it better off for you to exercise in the morning or is it better for you to exercise in the evening? How well do you sleep when you do that? I know for myself, I have to exercise in the morning mainly because I want to get it in. And if I don't do it in the morning, most likely I'm not going to get it done, basically. And really I just it makes me feel good the rest of the day. So it's just in my routine. Other things that you can do are like Epsom salt baths can help with detoxing, but it also helps with relaxing your body and preparing it for sleep. And just go to bed earlier so you get more sleep. The second foundation is fix your food. So cut out the sugar. Crank up the healthy fats such as olives and olive oil, avocados, nuts, seeds, meats, dairy, and eggs. Get protein from lean sources of beef, chicken, wild caught fish, eggs. You can also use collagen protein. Dr. Livingood also states, you really need to care about the nutrients that you put in your body, that you fuel your vehicle with, and fuel your vehicle, not your cravings. So eating vegetables at every meal. I add spinach to my protein shake in the morning, and I've gotten my husband to add sauteed vegetables and spinach to his eggs in the morning. Eat nutrient-dense foods and snacks. So boiled eggs with salt and pepper, a handful of raw nuts, apples with almond butter, veggies with hummus are some of Dr. Livingood's ideas and examples for that. And consider supplements, multivitamins, super greens, collagen, probiotics, vitamin D, magnesium, things that will help boost and your body's ability to build health. The other thing you can do to fix your food is to curb your consumption. Basically, eat less. Fast at least once a week, as it really is beneficial to the body for longevity, as it lowers inflammation, helps with detoxification, and can help reset your cravings. So another way you can do it is having a smoothie or a protein shake for breakfast and lunch, and then have a sensible dinner. Doing this, you are consuming less. Again, fasting, you do intermittent fasting, maybe once a week, fast for 18 hours. This means eat within a 6-hour window. For example, eat only between noon and 6 on one day, and then nothing else but water the rest of the day. It can also mean just being mindful about how much you're eating. So taking a smaller plate and just filling it up, you're naturally going to eat less because we have a tendency to fill a plate no matter what size it is. So take a smaller plate. Don't have seconds. Stop eating when you're 80% full. It takes your brain and body about 20 minutes to register a full stomach. But most people are finished eating. We gulp, we just inhale our full food, and we're finished eating within 10 to 15 minutes. And we could have eaten way more than we need in those 10 to 15 minutes. I know I've done that in a hurry and done that just most every day of the week. At meals, we're done eating within 10 to 15 minutes. So slow down and only eat about 80%. The next foundation to fix is your fitness. The simplest, most effective way to kill disease, lose weight, and experience real health, Dr. Livin Good says, is movement. The optional function of your body, your vehicle, requires short bursts, more muscle, less fat, less sugar in your system, and optimized hormones. So the key to exercise is really intensity and consistency. Dr. Living Good says you want to be breathing heavy and getting your heart rate up to about 70% of your max, and to do this up 6 days a week. And you may be thinking, wow, that is a lot of time. I don't have the energy or the time for it. But Dr. Living Good suggests a short 10-minute high intensity workout, which is basically just picking 3 exercises such as push-ups, squats, jumping jacks, lunges, running in place. And you can mix these exercises up each day. And you do the first one for 50 seconds as fast as you can, then take a 10-second break. Do the second exercise you chose for 50 seconds as fast as you can and take a 10-second break. Do the third exercise for 50 seconds as fast as you can and take a 40-second break. And that he considers is round 1. And you repeat all of that for 2 more rounds, for a total of 3 rounds. So basically, in 10 minutes, you have this short, high intensity workout that moves your entire body. And if you add a bonus, you can add a couple minutes of ab work, doing some sit-ups, and some stretching for overall wellness and to help fix your frame, which I will talk about next. So what is fix your frame? This has to do with posture and how it affects your nervous system through the health of your spinal cord, your brain stem, and your nerves. Your frame is there to protect your brain, your most important organ, whose job it is to send messages to the rest of your body through the nerves. And your spine protects your nerves and holds your posture upright. But our spinal cord is hindered by the things that we do, like sitting and looking down at our electronics. So for every inch that your head moves forward in front of your shoulders, you put 10 pounds of weight on the bottom of your neck, spinal cord, and nerves. Texting, which really brings our head forward, puts an extra 60 pounds of pressure on your neck. And we don't think about this because I'm thinking about, oh, I don't really, that's not a lot, but we would think it would be a lot if somebody put a barbell of 60 pounds on our neck and we're carrying it around. We would feel that, but we don't necessarily feel the strain of it on a daily basis. But Dr. Livingood also states that sitting is the new smoking. And it's just sitting sedentary for an hour. Just an hour can take up to 22 minutes off your life. But that doesn't seem like much, does it? Like, oh, I'm going to live 70, 80, me 100 years, that 22 minutes. Okay, well, let's add that up. So generally, okay, just putting in perspective, say we work a desk job for 8 hours a day, and then maybe an average American sits for 4 hours sometime during the evening, watching TV, scrolling, eating, whatever. So that's 12 hours in a day, taking 268 minutes off of your life every single day. You do that for a year, and that's roughly 67 days off your life, just in 1 year. You're still saying, oh, that's not a lot of time. But right now I'm 51 and if I've sat an average of 12 hours a day every day since I started school when I was 6, I have reduced my lifespan by over 8 years. And if I didn't exercise and eat healthy or work on correcting my posture, my lifespan would be drastically less, meaning that would have reduced my lifespan by way more than 8 years in just my lifetime so far. So Dr. Livingood suggests these ways to fix your frame. Find ways to stand more. Hey, when I'm doing these episodes, recording these, I'm standing. So just finding ways to stand more. I have a standing desk. You can, or if you don't have one, you can raise your screen and lower your chair so that your screen is at eye level. When you sit, use lumbar support. Put something on the back of your chair or have a chair that has lumbar support so that you can create that curvature of the spine in the lower back area. He also suggests sleeping on your back with lumbar support and support under your neck so that you can restore the normal curvature of your spine. And as I said before, on exercise, spend a few minutes every day stretching your body. You're going to feel amazing. Fifth foundation is to fix your filters. This is about reducing your exposure to toxins and detoxifying your body. So reducing exposure to toxins, Dr. Livingood advises against the use of medications and drugs as he believes they are all toxic to our systems and interferes with our body's natural healing power. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to go there. That's just his suggestion from the book. Dr. Livingood also talks about the types of plastics to avoid, such as number 1, number 3, number 6, and number 7, to reduce a toxin exposure. Now, there's a lot of other research on other things to reduce your toxic exposure to elements, but he mainly talks about those. He also believes detoxifying should be redone regularly, like monthly or quarterly for deeper detoxing. And he names 2 types of detoxing. One is intracellular. This is the removal of toxins that reside deep in the organs, which are harder to remove, but can be done through taking greens and superfoods and some supplements that help really get the nutrients into the body to help with getting them out of the organs. Then there's the extracellular, which is the removal of toxins that reside in the digestive system and the bloodstream. And this is what most people think of. This is things like fasting, liquid cleanses, saunas, Epsom salt baths, things like that. Because your body naturally detoxifies some things. So it does do this by eating healthy foods which helps keep the gut healthy. Exercising helps you sweat, the same as a sauna, which is another way to detox, and by drinking plenty of filtered water, which helps flush the toxins out of the bloodstream. Step 4 in Dr. Livingood's 5-step formula is to take massive action and get an accountability partner. All this information is great, but if you don't act on it, nothing's going to get done and you're not going to get healthier and you won't be living good daily. So get an accountability partner. If you can't do this on your own, accountability partner is fun anyways, because it could be a friend, a family member, and research shows that you're 95% more likely to succeed when you're doing it with somebody else. So the last step in his formula is to says live good daily. And this is focusing on getting 1% better each day. This could be 1% better physically or mentally. So if you want health, you have to build it, and you are the solution for it. So positively reinforce yourself, reward and then celebrate your new habits and make it a lifestyle. It's not just a program you do for, 21 days. This is a lifestyle shift in order for it to really take hold and you build health for longevity. To sum it up, Living Good Daily by Dr. Living Good, it's about wanting to experience real health. And then you need to focus on the activities of building health and stop focusing on the problems and start focusing on the solution, which your body already knows how to do, but you're interfering with its ability to do so. So focus on fixing your food through eating real food, fix your fitness in as little as 10 minutes a day, fix your focus through your thoughts and reducing stress. Fix your frame through proper posture and fix your filter by detoxifying your systems. The greatest doctor in the world is you. You are the solution. So choose to fix your health and live good daily.